Hello, Joyce Steck here, the Healing Jedi Master, empowering the force within you. And yes, we're doing that with your gem. Today's feature is Royal Gem Yellow Quartz. Oh, thank you so much for being here today. We're going to be really working with the energies and vibrations of Royal Gem's Yellow Quartz. So if you get your feet planted on the ground, make sure your ankles and your wrists are not crossed. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Great. Just breathe in through your nose, getting ready to receive. Okay. And this time when you breathe in through your nose, let's hold it for the count of 7. And release through the mouth, releasing, relaxing. There you go. Then take one more breath in. Breathe in through your nose, hold for the count of 7. And breathe out through the mouth, releasing, relaxing, and letting go. Now one more time, focusing on the yellow quartz itself, the illuminator, the golden healer. Breathe in through the nose, hold for the count of 7. And release to the mouth. Good, just breathe normally, releasing, letting go, being free and breathing in this normal pattern as we get ready to enter that portal, that beautiful vortex, that beautiful place of yellow quartz, Royal Gem Yellow Quartz. So just continue your normal breathing pattern. Receive, receive, receive this wonderful energy from Royal Gem Yellow Quartz. It's the golden healer. It brings in a sense of confidence, zeal, happiness, and adventure into your life. With discernment and leadership, you will have the confidence to understand what needs to be done. You will know what needs to change. Taking in this vibration of the illuminator, the golden healer, breathe it in, breathe it out, breathe it in, breathe it out. Just keep breathing in yellow Gem Yellow Quartz. There you go. When we say we need a golden healer, what exactly do we mean? The color gold is one that connects us to Christ consciousness. Some call it source, some call it God, some call it divine. You know, whatever works for you to define it. I call it divine love. The divine love that creates healing. Miracles happen with divine love. Divine love, I believe, heals all things. The golden healer also allows us to heal on all levels, not only the physical, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual. They're all part of the whole. It's all about bringing everything into harmony, healing all that needs to be healed in harmony so that everything works together as one. When we talk about the illuminator, what exactly does that mean? It means that we start to understand things at a deeper level than we already think we understand. Our perception unfolds. Our perception becomes more enlightened with possibilities. We understand the limitlessness of the universe and of ourselves, where all things then become possible. This manifestation of self-assurance in us is when we start to understand ourselves, our capabilities. Our capabilities are entrenched with our weaknesses and our strengths. Remembering that when we can actually understand this, that your strength can be your weakness and your weakness can be your strength, you start to understand it really does depend on the situation. There is really not good or bad. It just is appropriate and inappropriate things for the specific intention we have and for the specific outcome we are hoping to achieve. The yellow color has a lot of focus and direction to it. The golden tones have the connection to source, to the divine, to the consciousness of the divine. And those linking together in that third chakra, in that area of our own self-confidence, of our own self, of how not only we perceive ourselves, but how others perceive us by our actions, by our inner self of what we show. Even when we don't think we're showing it, people do feel that. They are very aware of that. There is cognition on some level of that. And that brings us to self-assurance. Self-assurance knows that if you need to complete the project, you know that you have the resources to do this. You know that if you thought about it, you know that what the mind can conceive, we can achieve. You've heard that many times, but it is true. And it's more than the mind. Royal Gem Yellow Quartz brings in the will and what your will knows. Your will knows you would not have really thought about the possibility of this creation if you did not have the tools to carry it out. The more that your perception unfolds, the more that you start to understand yourself and your own gifts, your own abilities, and also your own shortcomings. The more you know your capabilities, the manifestation comes in of self-assurance. You are self-assured that if you do this, you can achieve this. You are capable of completing the project. You are full of resources. Sit and think about them. And you know that if you personally do not have the resources, you will know where to find them in someone else. And you will also know what you're capable of and capable of knowing who else, who can help you achieve that, who does have that quality, who will you be working with and who will be working with you, who will support you in this project to get it done. That is also a part of knowing the correct person or thing to support you. And that's the yellow direction and focus. There's so much more about Royal Gem Yellow Quartz, but I want you to leave you with this idea of why I feel this beautiful vibration is so important. Because it leads you to positive change by actually understanding what change is needed. How many times you sit out there, it's like, I know something needs to be changed, but you don't know where or why. This actually lets you know what change. This is the place that you make the change. And this is why you need to make the change, because if you don't make this change, this is the outcome. If you don't make this change, this is where you're headed. A lot of times that people ask, like, how do I know if I need to do this? Sometimes what works for me, and this is kind of like Royal Gem Yellow Quartz coming around, is if I don't do this, what will happen? What is a possible outcome? And it's just a way of sitting back and looking. But yellow quartz, the illuminator, helps you see and understand the positive change, because it helps you understand what change is the one you need to make. Great decision maker. Put discernment and discretion in your decisions. Powerful.